Okay, so those are all the pictures I need. It's hard dealing with the heartbreak of certain foods that I love. I mean, especially vegetables. I mean, sometimes I'll look in the food store and I'm like, I just want, fennel was something that I just had to cut out. And I'm like, really? Like, really? Fennel? So now I'm like, okay. When you're in so much pain, you'll try anything. Then you can taste it and it's delicious. So it's fun. You see the picture. I'm gonna take a few more with this angle. It's amazing what I have to do to live. And I keep on my refrigerator, I get all these integrative medicine inflammation marker tests done that show foods that I can eat and can't eat. So I can't have eggplant, I can't have salmon, I can't have basil, I can't have rosemary, I can't have button mushrooms, I can't have asparagus, I can't have, I mean, it's amazing. So I keep these lists on my refrigerator to remind myself. I mean, it's easy to not be able to eat gluten and dairy and soy, I know that, but I love vegetables. And I just had to cut out broccoli and cauliflower last month and Brussels sprouts, which were literally, I probably lived off those 3 things the last 6 years. And I just had to cut them out. And I'm actually starting to feel a lot better, and it's really interesting. And it's like, you know, you think vegetables are healthy, but like my body is not agreeing with it. So it's very limited, very limited. I can't eat anything because my body sees it, and it sees it as an enemy, and it attacks it, which is autoimmune. So that's why I swell up for 48 hours, literally my entire body, and you can't even touch me because it hurts so bad, and you'd be able to tell. So it's amazing what I have to do to live. I am Amie Valpone. I am the editor-in-chief of thehealthyapple.com, which is a gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free blog. I am a celebrity chef, food photographer, and recipe developer on the Upper East Side in Manhattan. I cook for my body because it's the only thing that makes me feel good. Hi, welcome to my apartment. Come on in. Come on inside. It's tiny, but it's all I need. I cannot eat gluten, dairy, soy, or sugar. So my whole life has been a constant struggle figuring out what's bothering my stomach and why I don't feel well. Yeah, I've been through a lot. I just turned 30 last month, so it's been since I was 25, and it's been tough and it's been hard, but you just stay positive, and my work is my baby, and it's, you know, what keeps me going. And the comments that I get on my website from people saying, thank you so much, you know, I can't eat gluten or dairy or soy or sugar or grains or whatever it may be, or I have cancer, or, you know, whatever their illness may be, but you give me inspiration because you're so positive. And, you know, I just tell them, like, what else, you know, you can't just sit inside and sulk all day. You gotta stay positive, even though, you know, maybe your stomach's bloated or you don't feel good, and, you know, it's not as easy as it looks. Come on in. So we are in Seagirt, New Jersey, which is the house that I grew up in. I have my studio in the back room, and this is the kitchen where I pretty much grew up learning how to cook, and it's what I do today. So my recipe development is one of the most fun parts of my job. I get recipe inspiration from everything, and there are combinations you would have never think. Basil cornbread and raw cacao Brussels sprouts. I mean, it's these great things that are just so intriguing to people. And I'll be quite honest, half the recipes I make, I don't even have to taste them because I know they taste good. Obviously, anything that I put on my website is always tested, but half the time I don't test it. I'll have someone else test it, and they'll say, I'm like, what does it need? And they're like, nothing, it's perfect. So it's amazing that I have an eye for seasoning and taste, and that's why I can cook so many foods that I can't even eat for my other clients. A lot of it, I just pull from memory when I used to be able to eat these foods, or just you can tell that you can smell that a strawberry is sweet. So it's kind of like, I need something savory to go along with that. Then I'm like, okay, it's done. And they're like, you didn't even taste it. I'm like, try it, let me know. And they're like, you're right, it's done. Put it on the website. I'm like, okay.
It's like, you're stripped away of so many things yet you're still able to be creative with your food. That doesn't set you back at all.
I am so creative with my food. It does not set me back at whatsoever, being able to not eat all these foods. So many people would have let this defeat them, but I love food. And I will sit here by myself on a Friday night and eat into my heart's content until I am full and be so happy. All of a sudden I'm like smiling. I'm like, yay, this is fun. I love what I'm eating. Yes, some people can go through life smoking cigarettes and eating McDonald's and drinking Diet Cokes all day, drinking alcohol all day, but other people have different immune systems and they're born with like disorders or diseases or, you know, cancer or wherever it may be. It just goes to show every body is different. I don't take any chances. It's, you know, my protein and it's my vegetables that I can eat, and that's it. I love food because it's what's healing me and what's helping me and so many of my clients. Yeah, I do feel like I'm going through all this for a reason. And I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm halfway there because I honestly wake up every morning, I work for myself, this is my life, and I wake up and I'm like, this is awesome. This is awesome. And that makes everything worth it. So every day I wake up, I'm always wondering, you know, how am I going to help myself today and how am I going to help somebody else? And I can definitely help you when it comes to food. I'm not a doctor, but when it comes to food, you have an ailment, I'm there, and I will make it so much fun. Wow, this looks fun, huh? So it's just really genuine and real. And I'm not trying to put a show on for anybody and tell anybody to eat perfect, because none of us are perfect. You know, you love sweets, you love chocolate, great. Put some dark chocolate in your freezer every night with some almonds and, you know, have some of that at like after dinner. You know, no one is going to be perfect all the time. You know, we all need things. We all have hormones. We all have bad days. We all have really good days. We all have holidays where we want to celebrate things. So it's about finding things to keep you sane and keep you happy without depriving yourself.